Genshin Impact's newest update censors swimsuits, and while many people online are upset about it, gaming journalists have put their 2 cents into articles where they complain that the male characters they love are being covered up, showing their hypocrisy as blatantly as possible. And I thought that it was important to go through some examples of just how hypocritical these people truly are. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, I did previously cover the Genshin Impact censorship issue, but I primarily focused on the censorship there, but I wanted to highlight Polygon's massive hypocrisy again with a ton more detail. I wanted to start off with this Niche Gamer article, though. It says Polygon's hypocrisy is more prevalent than ever with Genshin Impact coverage. Now, I am constantly talking about video game journalism and entertainment journalism and just how they are not good anymore. Unfortunately, like 95% of the journalists in these industries either do not care about their jobs that much, they are willing to attack the consumers they need to read their articles, or they simply want to tear down the industries that they are part of. It is a sad day for gamers and people who, enjoy the industry, because of course the people that are in it are actively trying to change it for what they think is the better. But the Genshin Impact situation has really sparked a whole new wave of this massive hypocrisy. It says Polygon has again demonstrated their hypocrisy like many of the other Western video game websites. The site proclaimed that it is tolerant of male sex appeal despite a history of incessant condemning female sex appeal, and a recent Genshin Impact article further solidifies this. This is the article that Polygon had posted. It says Genshin Impact covers up the booties of its boy toys. Fans are calling it a bubble diaper. Now, of course, I do not support this censorship because I don't support censorship in video games. But it's just the fact that Polygon, who is constantly complaining about the way that we enjoy our video games, and of course, more specifically, when females are censored, they call us awful and disgusting and perverts for wanting females to not be censored and toned down. But of course, it's okay when it's a game that they care about or characters they care about. It's okay when it's their boy toys, but imagine if females were censored and we said Genshin Impact covers up the booties of its girl toys. Oh my god, they would be going insane. They would be putting out hit piece after hit piece against gamers, calling us just terrible things because, of course, we simply do not want females covered up and censored. And headed back to this article, it says that Genshin Impact's latest update introduced underwater traversal, and many realized a water effect covers up the behinds of the player's female characters to prevent upskirts, and the censorship also affects male characters in pants for some reason. Just the name alone of the Genshin Impact article is telling enough. Give Me Banhammer had posted this on Twitter saying, "Oh, Polygon, the female characters got affected. You said it was a good thing. Suddenly it's a bad thing when male characters are getting the same treatment." They have constantly held this stance, though. And video game developers have as well. They are willing to censor any kind of female skin or sexuality, but when it comes to the men, they're willing to show as much as possible. Just look at like Mortal Kombat 11, right? You had Scarlet and Jade and so many female characters covered up, but their male counterparts were, basically nude. I mean, they were shirtless, they had on only shorts or only pants, and it's not just with that. We also see that in many other games as well. It is very unfortunate to see this happen time and time again. I'm fine with seeing a shirtless male in a game, but that means that we should also in turn be able to see a female in something like a bikini. But Polygon also really has no principles. They are two-faced face to their cores because they were also the ones who had attacked Skullgirl, saying it cleans up its NZ-inspired imagery and lurid panty shots. Oh no, we can't have panty shots for females. But, you know, it's sad when they're covering up the booties of their boy toys. This is why I cannot get behind these journalists. It's why most of the time when I'm reading articles from Kotaku, The Gamer, Polygon, Game Rant, I'm attacking them because they put up absurd, hypocritical stances like this all of the time. But, of course, they're celebrating objectifying men, yet condemn objectifying women in games. If you're for one, be for both. They expose themselves completely through each and every piece they release like this, from the Polygon article to even Baldur's Gate 3, which spans most major outlets. They've posted things like, changing Ashley's skirt gives me hope. But because, you know, now she's not revealing too much skin anymore, but they praise straight up sex in Baldur's Gate 3. This was from July when we first saw the bear sex scene released to the internet, but Polygon had posted why the Baldur's Gate 3 bear sex scene reveal hit so hard. Oh, it's just so cringy, and I hate using that word, but it truly is. It's so cringy and hypocritical. Oh, and they also recently posted another article saying how to romance companions and earn approval in Baldur's Gate 3, and throughout this they say things like it's good that you're trying to, you know, find these relationships in this game because it's such a deep system, and there's so many deep cool things that you can do in this game with the romance and with the sex. And even back in 2020, when we were starting to hear about Baldur's Gate 3, they had put out this article that said, here's how Baldur's Gate 3 deals with relationships and sex. And even then, they were a little bit questionable when it came to this content, but they still were like, let's see how it goes. Let's see what they're doing. And they even shared this, which is just, again, absurd. This community update had included a section of storyboards, which the team says is evidence they're taking in-game romance seriously, and it's literally just a bunch of different sexual positions. It's not like these people have a solid stance at all. They're willing to praise developers when they cover up a skirt or they cover up legs on a female character, but they're crying and moaning and groaning and complaining when a male character is getting covered up. It's why I'm constantly trying to call out these journalists and also developers that end up being extremely hypocritical, because I would rather call them out because so many people are not. Of course, this Niche Gamer article does exist. There are quite a few threads on Twitter, but they're not going to stop. They're going to continue to be hypocritical until they either get fired or their websites go up in flames, which a lot of them are failing at this point. But as you can see, their hypocrisy is on display as ever, yet again, with this Genshin Impact coverage. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.